Okay, yeah, go for it.
The medium I'll be using is in the form of an experimental music video. Some elements of short film, like at the beginning I'm going to have like a dialogue explaining what's going to happen, and then like in the middle I might have a soundscape, and then at the end this will go down as well. There'll be some voiceovers and stuff like that. The idea is to have the music video about someone who's on like a hallucinogenic trip. He's lost sight of where he is, and most of it will take place in like abandoned and derelict places. And this will be paired with like some trippy visuals and stuff. And as he's walking through these places, like in his mind, he's visualizing the situations which made him become the person who he is, kind of thing. So the ideas I want to contribute to this is, with the voiceover, I want to do some sound editing, so that there's like some warps and stuff like that, soundscapes, and then some natural sounds from on the set and stuff like that, just stuff on in. I'm going to use a band which either makes trip hop music or like psychedelic rock music and psychedelic electronic music, stuff like that. Colourful visuals, like some kaleidoscope stuff, and like, yeah, some really colourful stuff. And then I want some dark and minimalistic visuals for like when it's fading in and out. And I also want to do some experimentation with silhouettes and green screen and stuff. And then I'm going to try and contribute some motion graphics in there as well. Yeah. Here's some like references of stuff I'm sort of on about when I'm about visuals and stuff. I'm going to do like this with double exposure and stuff like that, so you can see the guy in front of it. Here are just a few of my inspirations when it comes to this idea. You've got like some MIA, some Prodigy, a few music videos here, Flaming Lips, some Bjork, some Tame Impala, Arcade Fire, some more ones, A$AP Rocky, Make 3. Here's Portishead's music video for The Rip. Basically motion graphics, like as one continuous scene, and they've drawn like every single thing of it. It shows a person going through this really weird sort of environment. And I was gonna, like in the middle of the music video, I was gonna switch it up and have kind of like a bit of that. It's worked similar to my idea, the music video for LSD by A$AP Rocky. It's about, he's basically in this Tokyo with this woman, and the title of LSD suggests drug culture, but it's all about love, sex, dreams. That's what he's claiming that for. And you see him walking through this Japanese city, flashing lights, lots of visuals, and he's walking around with this woman all the time. And it's based on first person and third person, so that you can see what he's going through and stuff. But as he said, as you see on top there in an interview, he wants to give people drugs through music, and he's inspired by people such as Gaspar Noé's psychedelic film Into the Void. And after I saw that, I did some research on the film, and that's also inspired me as well. It's a feature film which is set in Tokyo as well, and it's about a guy who's an American drug dealer, and he gets shot by the police, and he sort of exits his body and goes around his family and stuff. It's like an out-of-body experience. But like as a trip, the whole film is in first person, and it's inspired by like psychedelic cinema and experimental cinema. Yeah, like the neon visuals and stuff inspire me as well. Like I'm gonna try and film some stuff in like the town at night, so you can get all the stuff like that. Here's just a few shots from the film. Similar visuals to my idea. I quite like the work of Tame Impala, like the music videos. Such a Let It Happen, because I'm a man, feels like we're only go backwards. Sort of visuals that inspire me to have in my music video, just have it sort of like all over the place all at once, but then some sort of like where it's structured as well. The feasibility of my idea. I'm going to be using a camera which is either HXR or Canon, and a tripod, flow light stand, and then the portable green screen. And I'll also be using the green screen studio as well. And I'm going to use the make the visuals on After Effects, as well as, and then I'm probably going to do some test footage just to make sure that it will all work smoothly and stuff like that. I'll be filming in different locations, which I'll get onto in a minute. And then after I've gathered all my footage up, I'll be working within Adobe, Photoshop, After Effects and Premiere Pro, and then the short film elements as well. Here's an early recce. I've got the village of Tyneham here, which I was thinking of using. It's like an abandoned D-Day village. And I've got like some fields near Osmington, like some villages and stuff like that, some woods. And then I found some derelict places around Dorset. So you've got an abandoned railway, like the Portland Battery, an abandoned milk factory and an abandoned hotel. Obviously I'd have to get permission if I do need any to go film there, but locations like this would look really cool. Scheduling, obviously you've got the presentation today, all the research and pre-production. I plan to finish this by the 20th, or if I need a bit more time, like the week after. I'll then start filming and editing over the next few weeks, and then test footage as well, test editing. And I'll have the full music video complete by the 25th of May, where the screening will take place, and then the evaluations by faculty. Any questions?
Yeah. You've got lots of techniques that you've mentioned in there.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of different techniques. What ties them all together, rather than it just looking like loads of techniques thrown together? So have you got like, I don't know, some sort of narrative or some sort of underlying goal that'll tie it all together?
I guess like from looking at the inspirations and stuff, it's sort of shown me like what the conventions are of like looking at drug trips and stuff. Like the sound is usually very sort of high and down, like it all goes a bit warpy, and like I feel like it would look a lot better if it was all mixed in together rather than just having like a set thing, you know?
But with the visuals, is there gonna be a theme, is what I'm saying? Is there gonna be like a reoccurring theme, or is it all gonna be completely random?
I haven't really got that far yet, but I would like it to be like completely random, but I guess it just,
Okay.
I mean, it's more experimental. I'd rather like see what looks best.
Which is absolutely
Yeah.
fine. It's just that, like at this, that you need to consider it so that
Yeah.
you know. Otherwise, you're in danger of it becoming, you know, something that's not structured enough. I know you want it to be random and things like that, but even randomness, you need to kind of put it together in a, you know, in a manner that should appeal to the audience. Okay, so I really like the idea. I like the locations. I think those would look really nice with some strong lighting, like especially like Tyneham, things like that. You know, taking the flow lights and things like that, and coloured gels and stuff like that, and lighting the actual location, and doing that would work really well. Although again, you would need a bigger crew, so you'd have to consider that and the logistics of getting people to Tyneham,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Any other questions from anyone else?
Go ahead.
You said you're doing a music video, yeah?
Yeah.
So with voiceover and stuff, how are you going to make the voiceover kind of work with the music video?
Basically, at the start, I'm going to have like a bit of like short film elements, sort of like an introduction, and then that will fade out, and then you have the music video. And in the middle, there's going to be like a bit like that as well. And then at the end, so there's going to be like voiceover through those bits. You know what I mean?
Do you plan on showing drug use in your music video?
I wasn't, no. Because I've been told by Tim that it's a bit like unethical.
Yeah, that was one of the big things that comes from it. Are you promoting the use of drugs, or you know, when you say, you know, how are you going to explain it? Who is your target audience for it?
Like sort of like our age group, like 16-year-olds, like all the way up to like 40-year-olds, because I know some people get like involved in stuff like that quite young, and some people like still into it, like, sort of thing.
So you are promoting drug use?
trying not to.
Okay. It is something that we'll need to consider, especially
Yeah.
as, you know, because it's your final major. I'm all for, you know, going for that, the experimental film element, I think is amazing. I think we might just have a look at how we can maybe tailor it to make it less, yeah, less obvious. But I like the idea. I think you can do something really interesting. So stop this thing.